We're on our way. So while we're travelling along, we are using water cart that's on my phone, and it just tracks where we are and follows where we can see the speed, the angle, which is actually really good. It's a little bit patchy with coverage, but it's enough for what we need. Tells you what's coming up. You get bridges and things. We've just called on the VHF and no reply. We did hear the guy ahead of us calling, so we don't know what's going on. He's quite a big guy, so hopefully we'll get put into the small lock and we can actually get past him if we're lucky. Boat went into the big lock and we went into the little lock, and we're racing him up. Hopefully we can get past him. Hopefully we'll be out before he is, and then the race will be on to get out ahead. No such luck. He held us back, as the commercial boats do have right of way. So we'll just have to little tuck in behind him and just slowly go along. Well, we managed to get past him. It was quite exciting. I was coming up to a corner. I was a little bit nervous we were going to catch him. We weren't going to get there by the corner, but we passed him, so that's all good. Just arrived in La Ivoquois, I think that's how you pronounce it, and we've just come up from the Compiegne, and we've just taken a little bit off to the left, to the right, and then come into the port here. And Tone's come down here, and he did the most amazing turn and just spun us around on a dime, and we're all tied up for the night. It's absolutely perfect. Lovely and quiet.
She's got me stuck in the kitchen.
He's busy cooking my dinner. It's an absolute beautiful evening. Just so pretty. It's about, I think it's about 10:30. Yeah, 10:30 at night. It's still light. So we came from down there, that was where Compiegne is, and tomorrow we are going up here, up the garden, up the de Nord canal, and so tonight we had just come down here, and there's a little marina just around the corner, so just 200 metres down the way. So we're just leaving port and heading out to our first lock. The first lock is just around the corner, back onto the de Nord, and we've got a big day ahead, up to Perone, which is about 50 k's. This is the first of the guillotine locks, and we've got the holes in the wall which we travel up as the water goes up. A lovely gentle lift. So, it's getting a bit stronger now, so we've got to get it to this next one. So that's how it's done. Nice and easy. The gates are opening. That was at 5 minutes. A lovely gentle lock of Le Bec. We've been calling it Le Ivoquois, but it's Le Bec. On our way. Big supermarket and laundromat and things up there, which is just in the next pound. So nice and close. This lock and the last lock were about 5.5 metres deep. So Canal de Nord is a main highway north, as in Nord means north, and so it's full of large boats and that, but it's really not very busy at all. We were really nervous when we did it last year, but it's actually very pleasant. It goes through some beautiful countryside. It's just lovely. Tony cooking breakfast while we're waiting for the boat to come through the lock. What are we having for breakfast, babe?
Bacon and egg roll.
On a roll. Yummy, and coffee, of course. And it's a beautiful spot to be waiting. It's lovely. mind just doing a weed check while we're in a nice straight section. There's this very fine sort of weed through this section. There's hardly any, but just makes a difference if you're doing a long day.
Okay, legs in.
Cool. So this is Ecluse Champagne, and it is 5.8 metres high. So we're just coming up to the Planetary Tunnel, which is about a K long. It's on lights, so as soon as you can see the green light, you're allowed to go because it's a one-way system. So just coming up to our first lock after the tunnel, and so obviously we will now be going downhill. So this lock is looks like it siphons off into this big reservoir and then refills it every time, so they're reusing the water, which is very clever. So there it is, pushing the water out of the lock, and that, right, I better get back to the boat, I won't be able to get on. So this is where we're going tonight, to Ferroni. There she goes. Oh, we've got a little boat waiting to come in. Perfect timing for them. So this is about the first place we've seen that you could actually green bank along the Canal de Nord. All the other banks have been very steep, angled concrete. So this is actually quite pleasant through here. You could easily green bank, and it's nice and cool today. We've got like a church or something with an orchard just here. That's around PK 68. So we have been travelling all the way up here, coming up here and then going up the Nord. Now we're just coming up to this intersection here. This piece of canal here is actually closed. You cannot do it, which is a real shame because it would be a great shortcut if you were going, up that way or whatever. But it's all closed. So we're just coming up to that now. So this is what it looks like now. It's starting to get all overgrown. But you're not allowed to go down there. Not too sure why it closed. Woohoo! Last lock of the day. It's now 2:40. Been going for about 6.5 hours, nearly 7 hours, and it's been absolutely beautiful. Really nice day, lovely weather, nice conditions. We've had 9 boats go past us, and it's been very nice, very pleasant. There we are in Perone, and the Capitanery is in the campground, which is just through here up into the building. and I'll go and see them and book for a night. And they also do croissants and baguettes for you in the morning.
Product.
It's been a long day. He's enjoying that beer. So I've just been up into the campground for showers and facilities, which is great. Very nice and tidy. It's $19.50 a night here to stay at the marina with power and water. And it's cool. It's a nice quiet little spot, apart from the frogs. The frogs were a little bit noisy last night, but there was there's a whole lot of bunnies down there. It was a good night, and we're planning to move on today. Bit of debris from the storm last night. And these big poplars. It's everywhere. We just picked up our croissants and our baguettes this morning. Very nice. And I see they've got a post box here, so I'm going to post some more postcards. So just before we leave, Tone's just going to check the weed hatch, just so that it's all nice and good when we get to going, because there's actually a lot of weeds still here, but it's heaps better than it was last year. So the VNF are over here, coming down after the storm, picking up all sorts of debris that's been blown down. Must have been quite horrendous in the night, because there's some big trees we've seen already. So we've just left Perone about 15 minutes ago, and if you go up there, that's to the Somme, to Amiens. We're going to carry on up the de Nord towards Arras. So this guy here was so helpful. We were waiting, and we'd been waiting for about 3/4 of an hour with no reply from his clues. We weren't sure what was going on, and a big boat had gone past us and gone in, which was fair enough. But he actually said, follow me, and so he's been very good. So I think we're going to stick with him for the day. So we're just trying to work it all out. There's a series of 5 locks, and I think it's the one woman controlling the whole lot in the station, and she's trying to balance it all. One's going in and one's coming up and down and in and out and roundabout. And so I think that's what she was trying to do, hold us to go with this guy, because the other two, the one in front of us and the one behind us, were double boats, and this guy's just a single, so we could fit in. And then ahead of us, there's a boat's just gone in, the big double that was before us, and then I'm hoping there's somebody's going to come down on the wash down. So with these locks, we have noticed that they fill from the left-hand side. We're going up. And so if you're coming up, I would suggest you tie up on the right hand side. If you're coming down, tie up on the on the left hand side. We are coming up to a tunnel now, and it's controlled by lights. Now we're not sure what we're meant to do, whether we're meant to go with this guy. We've been travelling with him all day. We're just going to hope that we will still be allowed to go through the tunnel with him at the lights. If it goes red, we'll suddenly have to stop and wait. But I know there's a pile of boats behind us, so coming up through the lock, so we sort of would like to get through with him as well. The tunnel's about 4.5 k's long and has a ventilation system, so shouldn't be a problem. So we are at the tunnel, and you can see to the right is the big double pusher that passed us first thing this morning, and then the blue guy who we've been travelling with all day. So they're waiting, and just to the right of the boat is the red light. So we're all just waiting, and it looks like we can go through with them, I'd say. Just waiting for that green light. Thankfully, this guy and this big double pusher, he just called out to us and told us to get in between them, and we're going to go through with Sadhu when the light goes green. So it was very kind of him to let us know what to do, because we were a little bit nervous, because these guys would just crush us if we got in their way. So there's not much gap between us and the walls, so it's just gauging it the whole time. You're constantly keeping that wheel on that wheel, just adjusting yourself the whole time. So the canal, it suddenly gets a bit wider here, but there's a boat coming at us. It stopped, but it is facing us, so we're like, what the hell's going on here? I don't know. It's all a bit nerve-wracking. Thank God we're going through with other boats. We're just following them. Another massive boat in here. There's a big pusher. So I don't know whether you can see it, but there's a huge big extractor fan sucking all the fumes out. So it actually doesn't smell too bad in here at all. It's a very big fan, man. So you can see that there is a green light up here. So if it suddenly went red, we would have to pull over here to the side, over here somewhere, and wait until it goes red again, but hopefully we'll be able to get through. So obviously for those slower boats that are, you know, fully loaded and maybe pushing, they don't have enough time to get through in one go, so they might have to do it in two lots. And then it goes skinny again, so it's very wide in the middle of the tunnel, and then it goes skinny either end. Oh, there we go. It was about 50 minutes. We were travelling at around about 1400 revs, and just trying to keep ourselves sort of just behind that boat, so we weren't in too much of their turbulence, but the whole water system is all being dragged, you know, that way. We're all going that way, and we've got a boat behind us pushing us, so it's just a balancing act of keeping your speed and control at the same time. But very cool. Glad to be out of it though. We've just tied up for the evening, and this is the guy that let us go in front of him, and we're just on the side of the canal. We've done enough for a mallow puff today. We're pooped. It's been a long day, a lot harder day than we thought it was going to be. And we're just underneath the security cameras and that, but it's the only place that we could stay for about 25k, so it doesn't matter. Woken to a grey and rainy morning. We had a good night. It was really good, so we just got to pull out our pins and then we'll be heading on our way. With old boats, there's always something. Oh, rightio, it's working now. Our throttle was suddenly not working very well. We had no speed, so Tone's out the back trying to get it going, and he sounds like he's got it sorted. Thank goodness. It's not looking too promising. It's very full of massive barges, and there's only a few spots, but see, we couldn't fit in there because there's nothing to tie to. And yeah, so we might end up keeping going. Managed to find a spot at the end. It's just a little spot, but there is a nasty little shallow piece here that we heard our motor scratching on, or the propeller. Hopefully it was the foot, not the propeller, that was scratching on it's like a hard piece of gravel through there. But which gave us a bit of a fright, but we're all settled in and we'll go and check out the town and get some lunch, I think. Tone, what do you think of that restaurant? Was it good?
Yeah, very, very nice. We were late coming and they served us, and it was a beautiful meal.
Brilliant. So this morning we are leaving Lille and heading up towards Arras, and then, you know, heading that way. Hopefully it's going to be nice. Not too far to go. This is going to be quite a short day today. So we've just gone through the Cluse, and we were told to get a remote from them, but he said absolutely no go, it's closed. So it's a real shame. I had asked the ladies on Women on Barges about going down there, and they had given me advice as to get the remote and all that. So I asked about it, and he just said no, it's closed now. So, which is a real, just such a shame, because it doesn't get used enough. We are going to change our plans and go up to Lille and pick up my sister and her husband Grant from there. All look very tidy. It's the first time we've sort of seen all the boats end in, which is a bit different, but there's an awful lot of them. So we are just coming into Lille, and we're actually going to duck into this marina here and see what that's like. So we're just coming up to the port in Lille. It's about 2:30, so I've been going since 7:30 this morning. It's been quite a long day. And here we go. Let's hope there's a nice little spot for us. Oh, boat coming out, darling. So here we go. We're going into the port in Lille, and it is a one-way system, we think, because we tried the other end. There's a big do not enter sign. So we'll go on down here and see what happens. It's quite a long way. I don't know whether we're going to get under this bridge. This is very low. Well, that was a very big day. Stop it. He's making faces at me. So we finally got to Lille and went to go into the marina, and the boat coming out, so we stopped, and he was waving his arms and all that. So we thought, no, we can't go in there. We'll go in, because like it looks on the map like a two-way thing, like two entrances. So we went up 2 k's and went down the little finger, and there's a bridge that's like 1 metre high, so there's no way we're going to get under that. So then managed to turn around. If our boat had been any bigger, we would have been in trouble. It would have been quite tricky. And thank goodness Tony is so good at spinning her on a dime. So we went back, and then we went back down the river, and we've come on the canal and come in. And it is a beautiful port, but there is nobody here that can help you with power or water. It looks relatively new. There's heaps of berths, but it's sort of like not managed at all. It's ridiculous. So tomorrow we'll go into town and we'll see what the story is, and I think we'll probably end up moving up to the next port, which I think is called Wambriches or something, I don't know, and that hopefully will have power and water. So this is the marina. We came in through there, and it's lovely. Nice big space, and it's got all these fingers down here, perfect for all boats our size. But the poles that have got power and water can't get into. There's nobody here. There's no capitan. I went and spoke to the guys in the bar over there, and they just said no captain at all. So yeah, it's just such a waste of a service. It's fantastic facility, all made, but nobody's managing it. So we had a nice night here last night. It was a little bit noisy with people, young people all around here in the middle of the night talking and that, but not horrendous. But we're going to move. There's no power water here, and we're going to be in Lille for a couple of days till my sister gets here. So I think we're going to move up to, I think it's called Wambriche, and see what that marina's like. So it's Sunday morning and it is extremely quiet, 8:30, and we're just hoping that the locks are working today. So here we are at Wambashi. It's a nice looking little port, but we're just trying to work out, there's no Capitan here. Well, he's not here today, so we'll work out where